Manifestation 101. What I would do if I was beginning my manifestation journey. Hey guys, hope you're well. And in this video, I will give you a perfect blueprint where I will explain step by step what I would do if I was just starting my manifestation journey. There is a lot of confusion about the concept of manifestation. There is so much advice out on the internet. But the issue starts is that not all advice applies to your situation, because of which sometimes we can start applying things which are not really applicable to us, and we can end up creating a situation for ourselves where we go and we end up getting results opposite to what we wanted because the advice that we applied was correct, it just wasn't for us. So in this video I will explain step by step what I would do if I was just starting this journey. Now you can see and pick which step you are at so that you can start applying and you can start pursuing these things from there. So let's go into this step by step. I would make your notes, because this video is going to be highly informative. You will learn a lot and you will love it. So step one, what would be my step one if I was starting my manifestation journey? For the sake of this video, we will be picking one topic. Now it can be relationships, it can be money, it can be self-concept, whatever it is for you. For the sake of this video, we will pick the topic of relationships. So what I would do if I was manifesting, or I would want to start my journey to manifest a better relationship for myself. So the first thing I would do is I would take a piece of paper and I would start writing. I would make 4 columns, and in these 4 columns, I would be writing down things step by step. The first column would be called beliefs, then would be called perceptions. The third column would be actions, and the last column would be boundaries. After making these columns, I would be very honest with myself. I would first meditate for 5 to 10 minutes so that I am in a calm space of mind. I'm feeling okay, I'm feeling normal and neutral. After that, while being super honest with myself, I would genuinely write down what are my beliefs when it comes to relationships. If you're doing it for money, you can do the same. What are your beliefs when it comes to money? I would write down all the beliefs I have. How to find out what my beliefs are? I would just genuinely ask myself, what do I think about these topics? The first instinctive thoughts that I will get would be the beliefs that I have about this topic. I would write those beliefs down. That would be my step one. For step 2, I would be writing down what are my perceptions. Now, what is a perception? The perception is the perception of something that we create in our mind which is supported by our belief. So let's say I have a belief that I'm not good enough. Based on that belief, I will be perceiving everything from there. So the things that I will be perceived from the belief that I am not good enough. When I will be perceiving things in my life from there, that perception of those things are the things I would be writing down. The third thing I would be doing is I would be writing down what are the actions that I do right now that make this belief come true. So let's say in terms of relationships, let's say I fear and my belief is that all women leave me. I would write down what are the actions that I take based on this belief. Now, an example of this would be maybe every time I meet a woman and a relationship can start to flourish or can go in a direction where it can be something serious, I sabotage it myself. I had this with one of my clients recently. What she did in her situation was she was so afraid to get into a relationship because she was so afraid that this guy, whoever she will date, will leave her, is that every time she started to meet someone, she would start at that time dating other people, not for any other reason, but because she did not want things to get serious, because she was worried that this guy will leave her. In her heart, she wanted this person, but her unconscious beliefs about this situation were stopping her from getting her there. So after that, I would be writing down what are the actions that I take that actually are a representation of the beliefs that I have. And the last point is I would be writing down what are the boundaries that I have in my life that are a representation of the belief I have. After I make this list, I will spend around 1 or 2 days on this list because some topics can come up after an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, which might not come up instantly. This list will actually give me a big blueprint on where I truly am at right now. So it will give me a good direction of where to start from. After creating this list, I would go very delusional. I would genuinely ask myself, where is it that I want to reach? Not right now, but in the end, what is my end result when it comes to this topic of my life? So let's say here the topic is relationships, or for you, it can be money. What is my end result when it comes to it? What do I truly want to believe? What kind of life do I truly want to have? Even if it feels delusional, I would still write it down. Again, I will make four columns. I would do the same thing. What would be my beliefs if I had great relationships, if I was great at relationships? How would my perceptions be if I was great at relationships? How would my actions be if I was great at relationships? And what would my boundaries be if I was great at relationships? For my own sake, what I do, and this is something that I recommend you do too, is that I write down current one for my old list and current two for my new list, right? So that I can identify as current two. I mentally create an alter ego for myself. This alter ego has these beliefs already ingrained inside of it and already acts this way. Now, the thing is that after I have written these things down, I just have where I am at and I also have a goal. There is a huge distance between where I'm at and where my goal is, right? And that is totally understandable, because why would I actually want to partake in a journey where if I truly am there already? There is a reason that I want to change my beliefs about relationships in this scenario is because I'm not where I'm at. So if it feels delusional and if it feels far away, that is completely fine. We don't want to put ourselves in a position where we give ourselves unnecessary pressure just because we aren't where we thought we should be. So it's fine if you're far away from where you want to be. It is a normal part and parcel of the process. After doing this, the next thing that I would do is I would start creating and asking myself what are the techniques that I want. Now, I would go with something basic. It would be affirmations, it would be visualization, or it would be scripting. For me, I would go with affirmations for this situation. So I will see where my current beliefs are at, right? Then I will see where my next beliefs are, where I want to be. Do these feel instantly believable to me? So let's say I am someone who does not feel good enough at all, and on my end result belief I have written down that I feel super confident within myself. If at this current moment I start affirming that I feel super confident, it wouldn't feel very true to me. But what would feel true is if I can start saying I'm starting to feel good enough, or I'm starting to love myself, or I'm starting to feel a value within myself, or people are starting to pursue and choose me. Anything like that, which is slightly closer to my belief system and is taking me to where I want to be, but is not something that is too far away that I just start to feel that it is totally delusional and I don't connect with it at all. In this particular instance, going in steps would be my way forward. So, based on that, I would create 4 or 5 affirmations, which all in all together can summarize the new beliefs that I want about this equation, right? Then, after creating these affirmations, I would start by affirming them around 10 minutes a day, 2 3 times a day. How I personally affirm is I create meditation sessions because I want these affirmations to be ingrained in me. I would sit down, I would close my eyes, I would slowly affirm these things in my mind. I would genuinely see how they feel in my body. If at the start I don't get a feeling, that's completely fine. I will still keep on going and I will still eventually end up in that feeling that I want, right? After that, I would genuinely just ask myself, of course, I'm not where I want to be, right? But when it comes to actions and boundaries, I can definitely stop doing the actions that I do now. I can definitely create the boundaries that I have to create now, which the ideal version of me, current too, would, right? Of course, I don't believe that I'm that person, but the boundaries can be copied. That would be very difficult. And I know that I keep talking about boundaries, but eventually, one thing that you have to understand is manifestation is not always easy. Sometimes it can be difficult. Because you want something and because you are willing to put in the work towards it, you also have to understand that even if it is difficult right now, it doesn't mean it will be difficult forever. It will lead me to there eventually, right? Then I will start by creating those boundaries and making sure that my actions are in check on where I want to be. So, with the beliefs, I will go slightly closer to my belief system in the middle part, but with the actions and boundaries, I would be super consistent from the very start. After that, I will add something like a breathwork session, something in that regard, or a meditation session on a daily basis, just so that I can feel slightly in control of myself. This is something that helps me a lot. I will also be seeing if I feel that I have forgiveness issues, or I have resentment issues, or I have inner child issues, or I have letting go issues, and I will add appropriate meditations along with it. The last thing that I will do is I will find out how much resistance I'm getting. Now, resistance means anything that tells you that you cannot get what you want. It can be your opposite circumstances, it can be opposite thoughts, it can be opposite feelings. There are three ways through which you can get better at resistance. The resistance coming in your life is very normal. It's in fact a very good indication that you're growing, because if I'm getting resistance and I'm handling it, that means I'm getting better as an individual and I'm changing myself. Either the intensity of the resistance will decrease, which means the level through which I feel this resistance will decrease, or the number of days that it is coming will decrease, which means if it is coming 7 days a week, then can I decrease it and make it to 6 days a week? Or the amount of time that resistance is staying will decrease. So if it is coming and staying for 5 hours, can I make it 4 hours? No matter what metric can get better, I will just focus on that. I already have a detailed video on how to handle resistance. It's linked in the bio. You can check that out. I will apply the exact steps. Last thing I will do is I will incorporate patience in my life. The thing is, a lot of people ask me, how do I develop patience? This question in itself is a wrong question. A better question to ask yourself should be is, what do I do in the meantime while I'm forced to be patient? So patience is something that you cannot go against. You will need to have patience. If there is something that you're trying to get better at and it's not instantly improving, you cannot say that, oh, I'm impatient, so I will get results today. It won't work that way. Patience is something you will need to do. What you will be getting better at is what you will do in the meantime while you're getting patient, or while you are waiting for the results to come. So the middle time, for example, let's say it takes me 2 months, 3 months, 4 months to get better at this, I would genuinely ask myself, how can I spend these 2-3 months in a way that I feel mentally occupied, I feel emotionally stimulated, and the quality of my life is increasing. I will do things with friends. Maybe I will create hobbies. Maybe I will start a workout regimen. Anything that gets me to a place where over the past few days and the past, like the moving forward my life ahead, I am improving the quality of my life and I have something to look forward to. Just so I'm not impatiently, constantly looking for my manifestations. This is how I will step by step be going if I was manifesting something right now when I was a beginner. So you can apply the same steps for yourself. If you want one-on-one help, you can connect with me or any of the coaches that you feel connected to, so that they can help you get better at your journey. But if you are someone who just wants to get help, this video is perfect for you. Take the help from this, apply this in your life, comment down the results that you get, and we will all celebrate it together. So I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a good day.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share if you like the video. The link for my one-on-one coaching, my self-help courses, and my free newsletter are in the description box below.